everyone, welcome back to my channel. Now today I have more news for you, so let's get directly into it. But before we do, remember to leave a like, subscribe, follow me on all social media platforms, and subscribe to my second channel, Carson Alworth Live. And now, let's get right into the news. So as you can see, Fauci admits to deceiving the public about herd immunity because he wanted more people to get vaccinated. And as you can see, apparently he thinks it's appropriate to deceive the public for their own good. Now, let's get into the article. As you can see, in a startling interview with the NYT, Dr. Fauci, head of the government's COVID task force, admitted that he did not level with the American people about how many people would need to be vaccinated in order to achieve herd immunity, because he didn't think the public was ready to hear his true thoughts, which he feared might discourage people from getting vaccinated. Now, the Times article cataloged his changing position on how many Americans would need to be vaccinated, which he initially stated would be 60 to 70%. As noted by the Times about a month ago, Fauci's tune began to change and he suggested that the figure was actually 70 to 75%, and last week, in an interview with CNBC, he upped that figure again to 75 to 80+%. Now, in the interview with the Times, he changed his estimate yet again and suggested that the figure actually may be close to 90%. According to the Times, in the telephone interview, Dr. Fauci acknowledged that he had slowly but deliberately been moving the goalposts. He is doing so, he said, partially based on new science and partly on his gut feeling that the country is finally ready to hear what he really thinks. So, in other words, his advice to the American public on one of the most critical aspects of the COVID pandemic, it has not been honest. It's been a complete and utter lie. He just wants to tell you what you want to hear. Now, I want to talk about this because it seems like a big deal at face value. At face value, you're like, why is he lying to us? That's not nice. That's not good. But we need to put this in perspective here. If anyone, and I mean anyone, is listening to a politician and taking what they say at face value, it's not a very good method to determine actual real facts. You should look at the facts and not just at what a politician says, because politicians are basically entertainers. That's really all they are and all they ever will be, at least for a long time, is they exist to cause controversy with bad takes and good takes, and to essentially just get views and basically create waves in the industry. That is their only reason for existence. And if they don't do that, obviously they will lose their popularity. Now, I don't necessarily blame them for doing this, but it is a very distasteful thing, and it's something every single person needs to realize. People need to realize that none of these people should be trusted at face value. Certainly, they may say something true, but they also may not. And if you cannot determine that, if you cannot reliably determine that, you shouldn't take anything they say at face value and believe it, because then it's a gamble, and gambling is not the best thing to do. Now, whatever his name is, he went on to even more expressly admit that he had fudged his public pronouncements in order to encourage people to take the vaccine. According to the Times, he was ready to raise his estimates weeks ago, but refused because many Americans seemed hesitant about vaccines, which they would need to accept almost universally in order for the country to achieve herd immunity. The point being is Fauci and people like him, people in the entertainment industry, because quite frankly that's what they are not reliable sources for information. As a matter of fact, I don't even think YouTubers are reliable sources for information. If you want to find information, look into it yourself, research it yourself, become well-read, and form your own opinions. Certainly, you can't accept people's opinions if you don't have contradicting evidence, but you want to be very cautious not to just accept it and then refuse to accept anything else. Anyways, let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.